say this as, oh, G5 was the worst generation ever. No, I don't think it's terrible. However, Hasbro refused to let go of G4, making it virtually impossible that G5 could even stand on its own. And then throwing phones into the mix and throwing technology into it really took it out of the element of being magic. And magic was our thing. Magic is the whole purpose of this, besides friendship and all that good stuff. Now, I'm not saying technology shouldn't be in like shows like this, because a lot of kids shows now are bringing technology really into it. However, you know, you've got characters that these kids should be able to relate to, like they did for G4. Some might be able to relate for G5, but honestly, when we look at Sunny and we're getting this lore, then we're suddenly not getting this lore, and then we're getting 1,000 potholes. It's like, what's the point? So, me, personally, I think the pony with the best lore by far in G5 is Misty Bright Dawn. She was given the lore of being this pony that was found but came from Bridalwood, and she has this like shy demeanor but does her best to make friends and does her best to be the friend that she's supposed to be. If anybody deserved to be an alicorn, not saying that Sunny doesn't, but in retrospect, the pony that deserves the most to be an alicorn, in my opinion, is Misty Bright Dawn. Now, everything I've seen, G5 is cancelled, it's done, they're wrapping it up, it's gonna be over, and then you have G6, the leaks that we got, those are also cancelled now. And you know what? I'm not even upset about it. I thought I would be, but I'm genuinely not. I'm kind of excited that the G6 that we were gonna get is not happening, because it went straight to this like Marvel movie type thing, and the multiverse is for Marvel, and it should stay with Marvel. Now, if you want to do that, there's a bunch of cool ways you could like incorporate that, but the way they were going to for that G6, no, just no, I'm good. I don't need that. Now, I think that if Hasbro wanted to do that, they could have, like, you know, maybe Spike could play a role into that, not however they made G5 Spike look, which kind of looks weird. Like, yes, we wanted him to be a dragon, but somehow he looks worse than Season 9, the last episode Spike, for some reason. I don't even know how that's possible, but Hasbro made it very, very possible. Now, I think that for like something new and fresh, 4G6 would be great. In my opinion, Hasbro just did it wrong. Now, if you want to go off and say, well, G5 had this and that, it had it going for it. It had it going for it. And then they threw G4 back into it. Like, let it go. Make these characters like descendants of other, like, of our main 6. Like, make it make sense. Or, you know, if you're going to do G6, go off of Flurry Heart's story. Like, we need more lore and understanding of Flurry Heart, because Luna and Celestia said, oh, there's no born alicorn. There's never been a born alicorn. Okay, then explain Flurry Heart. Hasbro, you had the chance to explain Flurry Heart to us, and you chose not to. You had every chance. So now you've got 1,000 people creating their own story arcs for like Flurry Heart's life and all this, but then you have G5 saying, oh, there's Skyros and all of the alicorns live there. Huh? And then G5 is also saying that Celestia and Luna were also born as alicorns, and it's even more confusing. Plus, if you wanted to make it fresh, like I was going to say before, but I got off track, my ADHD went wee, so I'm going to go wee, back to it. You could have had hippogriffs, you could have a griffin, you could have a yak from Yakistan. You could have like 3 ponies, like 3 actual ponies, a unicorn, a Pegasus, and an Earth pony. And that could be your main characters. It could be your main 5, your main 6, whatever you wanted to do with it. But then it would be make it fresh, it would make it new, it would make it to where other creatures get to play a role. You know, what if even you had a Kieran that became an alicorn? There you go. That's crazy. You had that. But G5's being wrapped up, or it already has been. I can't remember, but it's being wrapped up. And the thing is I don't hate the characters. I don't like their story. I don't like the writing. It suddenly went from being understandable and relatable to what? A lot of what? And a lot of plot holes that it kind of just looks like one of those cheeses that has the holes all over it. That's what G5's lore looks like now. Now, I don't think that all the character designs are that great whenever you compare them to G4, but you have characters that really deserved more. Like Misty Bright Dawn, we were getting into her lore. We were working through it. We were getting there and it was going good. And then you messed it up again and again. And like, there's some characters that have better designs, like background ponies have better designs than your main 5. So you have like Misty Bright Dawn, her design is amazing. I loved that they were going off of this pony that was captured by an evil pony and they're helping the main characters so that this character could be like a main character as well. That was awesome. And then you have like the 3 little ponies that are always together, like in my video right now that's playing as we go. We have little Peach Fizz. I think her design is so cool. I feel like her design could have been one of the main 5's design because it's so cute and it's so cool. And honestly, maybe that could have been our Sunny Star Scout. Sorry, can't talk. Her design already has the like rainbow in it, and it could have become more rainbowy, and she could have became that alicorn. I mean, there are endless possibilities of what Hasbro could have done for G5. And they're hanging on too hard to G4. Hasbro, you gotta let them go. You gotta let them be free. You ended the show. Now you have to let it go. I mean, look at Pokemon. They finally let go of Ash Ketchum. And you know what? The new Pokemon that they have, because they're not hanging on to the old one, is great. I like it. I personally watched it, and I watched the whole thing. I binged it, and I like it. I like the characters. I like the designs. I like the story arc so far. It's really good. And I don't need Ash Ketchum to keep popping in and out. I'm good that he is done. It's over with. Like with Naruto, they decided to go with Boruto. Don't come at me, anime fans. I love anime, but we don't need Boruto, okay? We needed Naruto and Naruto to finish and then go on to something else. However, you know, you've got all these characters and all the stuff that could have been. Whenever you ended G4, you could have played off of that and went straight into G5, either with Luster Dawn and all of her new friends, or you could have went with Flurry Heart. Do you know how cool it would have been for her to like decide she doesn't want the crown to be a princess? She wants to command a whole army. She wants to be a female knight. Like, there are so many cool things that could have happened. And that's what I'm like kind of doing right now with my Infection AU. I need Flurry Heart and I need her like story arc. Like right now, yes, I have a lot of my stuff over my character Obsidian, but we're gonna get through that and we're going to move on whenever I end the Infection into Flurry Heart's story because we deserve that story. Flurry Heart deserves her own story. You can't give us a fully born, naturally, suddenly appearing alicorn and then tell us Skyros happens and then tell us all the alicorns are born that way. But Sunny Star Scout has a horn and wings that appear and disappear. Like, what is that, Hasbro? What are you doing? And it's kind of a rant because I'm angry. You took something so amazing and then you wouldn't let it go. I would love G5 had you let G4 go. You want to play G4 into it? Great. Play it in subtly. Like with the little toy characters at the beginning of the G5 movie, that was fun. But did we really need a whole thing about Twilight and all that? And Twilight wasn't even full grown. Alicorn in her little thing that she came through, the little hologram? No, we didn't, but you gave it to us anyway. And not everybody's going to agree with me on this. That's totally fine. But just personally, there was so much you could have done. And there's so much that still needs to be said. And I don't know when we're going to get it. I'm slightly frustrated, but, you know, it is what it is. And I hope that when they do G6, they really think about it. And they don't write it just for, like, little kids. They write it for everybody. Like, G4 was written for everybody. That was your big downfall. You're writing like it's for just little kids. You're not writing for it as for it to be for everybody. There's, like, I don't even dislike G5 style. I love G5 style. I think it looks good. Do I really care for cheap 3D? Not really, but it works for G5. And I'm just hoping that if we decide we get our G6, maybe we focus solely on our G5 characters, or maybe we bring some G1 characters and make them better for G6. Maybe we get Bat Ponies. Maybe Bat Ponies are their own thing. I mean, it's endless, Hasbro. You have so many options. Pick an option. Stick with it. Actually think about it when you're writing from it. Take tips from Lauren. You have the original show. Take tips and go from there. Build off of it and make something amazing. But yeah, G5 is ending, unfortunately, guys. I'm sorry that was a rant and mostly pointed towards Hasbro, but I hate to see G5 go because it's not G5's fault. These characters had so much potential. And, well, that potential was stolen from them, and this is what we got. And I really hope that you guys can still enjoy the next generation of My Little Pony that we get, because our characters deserve a lot more. I say our characters like they're ours, they're not, but the characters deserve a lot more, and the fans deserve a show that is just as good. Nothing can ever be G4, in my opinion, but it can be just as good, if not just a bit better. But Hasbro's really got to push into it. I don't know what they were going to do with G6. The evil little pink pony just made me think of Starlight Glimmer and, what's her name? Trixie. Like, okay. Another evil unicorn, yay. Why can't there be an evil Pegasus, or it's an evil Kieran, or maybe Sombra comes back somehow, or the characters that were put into the statue at the end of G4, what if they broke free? You know? Just a thought, because there's, like, stuff to do with thorax and stuff, you know? But that is my rant. My little rant is over. So that is it for my video over G5 ending. I don't have much on it, just other than everything I see is just G5 ending and 6 has been canceled. So I don't know what they're going to do here. I hope whatever they do, they decide to actually take their time, write it out, discuss it, and really think if it's going to appeal, which I get you need to make merch and stuff, but really think about it, Hasbro. So anyways, that's it. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and tell me what you think about G4, G5, and G6, and what you would like to see the approach be for the next generation of My Little Pony. Peace!